Now to Governor Walker's run for the White House. Walker is hoping for some Ronald Reagan magic as his presidential poll numbers continue to drop.
Walker will speak at Reagan's alma mater in Eureka, Illinois tomorrow. That's just outside Peoria. Charles Benson live tonight at Eureka College with a preview of what the governor is expected to say. Charles?
Yeah, Scott Walker expected to quote President Ronald Reagan, his boyhood hero, in a speech here tomorrow morning. Walker trying to tap into some of Reagan's anti-Washington message as Walker tries to reboot his struggling White House run. The headlines have not been good for Scott Walker lately. What happened to Scott Walker, asks the Washington Post. Scott Walker plunges in polls primary race, writes the Business Insider. And can Scott Walker save himself, is the big in-depth question raised in The Atlantic. A stark contrast to the start of the year.
If you're not afraid to go big and go bold, you can actually get results.
In January, Walker took Iowa by storm with a red meat speech at the Freedom Summit that helped him quickly surge to front-runner status. Despite a few missteps and a shift on policy issues like immigration, Walker was still riding high in the polls when he officially announced in July.
If our reforms can work in a blue state like Wisconsin, they can work anywhere in America.
But 9 weeks since then, Walker's poll numbers have dropped. He's no longer leading in Iowa or New Hampshire. Donald Trump has surged and tapped into that anti-Washington anger that Walker had captured with his Wisconsin record. To regain momentum, Walker's message is now about wreaking havoc.
For someone to shake things up a little bit. They want someone to wreak some havoc on Washington. Yeah. I think people have seen I've been able to wreak havoc in our state capital on the big government special interests.
Tomorrow, Governor Walker also expected to talk about his new day one promises, things he plans to do on day one if he's elected. We're live on the campus of Eureka College. Charles Benson, today's TMJ4.
Charles, as much as Donald Trump has been a thorn in Governor Walker's side, it's funny to hear that Trump is the other candidate in the race who kind of evokes Ronald Reagan, the Democrat that's now a Republican.
Yeah, and it's not surprising that a lot of Republicans will want to channel Ronald Reagan. I mean, for Republicans, he is the great communicator and the guy who got the job done. So whether it's Walker or the others, they're all trying to tap into a little bit of Ronald Reagan.
We'll be listening tomorrow, Charles. Thanks.